There's been drama already on the pre-event test for the second round of the ARR Craib Scottish Rally Championship. The Border Counties Rally will use stages that haven't been part of the championship since 1999. And for the drama, top contenders Mike Faulkner and Peter Foy rolled their Evo on the eve of the rally. Let's see if they made it. So Mike, you had an eventful day yesterday. What happened?
Yeah, not the way preparation was supposed to go. We were just about done. Did shakedown yesterday, did 3 runs, and just at the end, I'm not really sure what happened. Try not to dwell on it. I think it's one of those things you do 1,000 times and you get away with it. It just caught the mud at the side of the road, and it dragged us in over a big mound, and it went end over end. So we thought the rally was over then, but we managed to get the car down to Arnside to AMS, and fair play to Wayne and the guys and father and brother and AMS. We've got the car out this morning.
Fresh from their snowman victory, Jock Armstrong and Paula Swinsko were hoping to build on that for round 2.
Yeah, we're fairly good, and the car's good, so I'm happy enough where we'll be today. The new stages look very slippy, and it could be anybody's, guess at how bad they're going to be, or how slippy they're going to be. So yeah, you have to stick in the tram lines or go wild and cut all the corners and do what you need to do. So I've still to make that decision, believe it or not.
On the back foot after a non-finish in Inverness, David Bogie and Kevin Ray were many people's favourite for a victory in the Border.
So you were first here last year. Feeling good about today?
Yeah, enjoy the stages across here, and of course we've got stages that haven't been used since the 90s, so that's what's really encouraged me to come back and do the event. So 3 classic stages which I've heard all about, so yeah, looking forward to it.
After a strong performance on the recent Malcolm Wilson rally, Andrew Gallagher was looking to prove the Fiesta's pace in Scotland.
How are you feeling for today?
Confident. We did the snowman, then we were back out in Malcolm Wilson a couple of weeks ago, so we had a good run there as well. So the car's been going well, no problems with it. So.
And it's new stages today. How do you feel about that?
Well, they're all new to me anyways, but some of the others might not find that just as good, but hopefully it might even out a bit.
Second on the snowman, Bruce McCombie and Michael Coates were also looking to continue their good form from round 1.
So Bruce, you had a fantastic result at the snowman. How are you feeling about this morning?
We're all ready to go. Car's good, so no, we'll see what happens.
What's your plan of attack for today?
Just keep her lit. That's all. Keep her going.
And we've been saying to everyone today, it's new stages, so it's an even playing field. How do you feel about that?
I know it should be good. I like the state. Well, I haven't been in them for a lot of years, but I think they'll be fine. They'll look good in the DVD as I've heard, so we'll just see how it comes.
Following a confidence-boosting result in the opening round, Donnie McDonald and Andrew Faulkner were now looking to push their pace harder in the even 9.
I'm pretty confident, as long as we've got reliability, and 4th would be good, and anything better would be a massive bonus.
And are you feeling confident with the car today?
Yeah, definitely.
And the stages are different today. Everyone's saying how excited they are about them. How are you feeling?
I'll tell you after. They don't look that exciting to me.
The clever money appeared to be on point in SS1, Bogie and Ray blasting through 10 seconds quicker than anyone else. Nipping at their heels, Armstrong and Swinsko were second quickest, despite a worrying misfire at low revs in the Impreza. Gallagher and Nicol showed their confidence was not misplaced. Third quickest SRC crew over the 7 miles was a strong start. Despite the Lancer looking a bit second-hand, Faulkner and Foy were 5 seconds down on the Blackwood Fiesta through SS1, although Mike was concerned about the car's handling. Behind these two there was a 4-way tie for 4th, Bruce McCombie, Donnie McDonald, Mark McCulloch and Freddie Milne all setting an identical time, 2 seconds slower than Faulkner and Foy, setting up the biggest battle of the day. Only 2 seconds back from these 4 came the Class 10 leaders Fraser Wilson and Craig Wallace, Picking up from their disappointment retirement on the Snowman, they were once again inside the top 10.
Left 1 in at 60, long right 4 OK.
1 second back from the White Evo came Sean Sinclair and Chris Hamill, looking to build their pace throughout the day and challenge the top 5 standings. Already missing after SS1, the 2 White Evos of Quinton Milne and Chris Colley both suffered turbo failures, this season already proving tough for both drivers. Unfortunately, Stage 2 had to be cancelled after there were fears over quad bikers in the region potentially riding onto the stage. The organisers had no option but to cancel the stage and the cars headed straight to service.
Yeah, it was good. First stage, no problems, no moments, just enjoyed it. So yeah, good enough lead now, so hopefully we'll be able to carry that on.
And what's your plan for this afternoon?
Yeah, just go out and enjoy it, keep out of trouble hopefully, and just enjoy it.
So Jock, you're sitting second. How was the first stage?
First stage was very good, yeah. It's quite loose in areas, but there was a lot of grip, a lot more grip than what there was at the Snowman Rally, so that takes a bit of levelling thing out. But no, it was good, and got on well going into second stage as well. So my confidence is building as the day goes on.
Everything's going fine. We feel it's quite slippy in the back, which the stages look drier, and the last 2 rallies we've done have been wet, so we actually felt with more grip in the wet conditions than we do in the dry, so we're going to change some suspension settings and possibly change the back tyres and see how it goes for the next few stages.
Yeah, it was difficult. It was really, really loose on the first stage, and everybody was saying the same at the end, but on the first 2 or 3 corners it was really sideways, and I thought it was the car rather than the road, so it took us a little bit of settling in to realise it was the road and pushed on a bit better towards the end. So stage 2 was really good. We were having a fantastic stage. The road was just in fantastic condition, and we really hooked up, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way.
And what about the car? Is it feeling okay?
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, just that little bit of unsure about it in the start of the first stage, but after that it's been great.
The next loop belonged to Bogie and Ray. 3 fastest times in a row, despite a stall at the start of 4, left the R5 Fiesta with a 39-second buffer over the next SRC crew with only the final stage to go. That crew was Gallagher and Nicol. 6th fastest on stage 3 was followed by 3rd quickest on 4. SS5 was a blinder, only 1 second slower than the 5 times champion, showed how quick the new car was. Now 3rd in the SRC battle, Donnie McDonald and Andrew Faulkner set consistent top 10 times on this loop to head into the last stage with only 1 second over Bruce McCombie and Michael Coates, despite some tyre troubles. For their part, McCombie and Coates had been finding the limits of grip in this loop with a few moments on the slippy stages.
Left 4, 250.
Making his traditional push into the top 10, Barry Groundwater climbed from 14th to 5th in this loop, aided by a 5th equal fastest time on SS5. He had to keep an eye on his mirrors in the last stage though. Sean Sinclair and Chris Hamill were only 1 second back after losing some time with the 5th gear off in SS4. Only 3 seconds back from Sinclair, Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry were still in the mix. A buckled wheel in SS4 along with Mark feeling unwell weren't helping matters for the Evo crew. Another 3 seconds back, Freddie Milne and Martin Forrest were setting top 5 times when things were going well. They were having an adventurous time on the second loop, as Freddie himself explains.
Your face says it all.
We had a serious moment on stage 3. I think Martin was more shook up than I was.
What happened?
We just came off a ditch, went alright up, and then luckily just kept the foot welded and came back and we spun and reversed out the trees. And then on the last one we caught, not this one, the last one we caught Brian Watson. We're right up his arse, and then I stupidly was too close and I heard whack. I was thinking, that's my radio gone. So we stopped and looked at it and there's green fluid all over the floor. So that was me, that's why I'm such a panic.
Making a move into the top 10, John Rintoul and Ross Hine were showing the same form they had on the Snowman, despite John finding things a bit too slippy for comfort. 10th and still leading Class 10, Fraser Wilson and Craig Wallace now held a comfortable 30-second lead over their nearest rivals. Unfortunately, Mike Faulkner and Peter Foy's bad weekend finally ended on the start line of SS3 when the gearbox failed. A shame after such a big effort to get the car ready. Also missing after this loop, the impressive Armstrong and Swinsko dropped onto 3 cylinders at the end of SS4 and the championship leaders were out.
Yeah, good, yeah, really enjoying it. Tricky stages just with the grass and so on, but good with a stall on the start line of that, so kind of kicking myself a bit, but other than that, I was really enjoying the day.
How are you getting on this afternoon?
Not too bad. This last couple of stages have been a bit mixed surfaces between loose gravel and kind of mossy, loose grassy way, but we're still going, which isn't so bad. There was a couple of times in there we get kind of blinded with the sun as well, so you end up losing the road for a couple of seconds, but we're still going, we're going till Casey.
How are you getting on this afternoon?
Rubbish. I don't know where we are. I haven't got a clue. Like, we got slush tyre there, we got butter tyre there, and it's been horrendous, but we're still going. It's water spray.
Still a stage left to go though.
No, I don't know where. I don't have a clue where we're lying. That's the problem. We have no information whatsoever, so can only just try. We've had a few problems, but not mechanical.
Well, it was horrendous. Grass. Some of it was really good, then it was spoilt by the grassy stuff. But hey, same for everybody. Whether it cleans up or no, I don't know, but we had a lot of moments in here. Be interesting in the camera footage.
Before the final stage, let's look at some other good drives. With a combined age of 127, John McClory and David Hood certainly felt like the rally's elder statesmen. First time out in a Mitsubishi, they spent the day forgetting which buttons did which and learning how the car drove to grab third in Class 10 at the finish. 13 seconds ahead, John Morrison and Peter Carstairs spent the day rebuilding their confidence after their snowman off to grab second in Class 10 and 13th SRC crew home. Having finished in the top 10 of the SRC in the past, it was no surprise to many that Ian Baumgart took 12th in the SRC standings on the border. Highlight of the day was a 9th fastest time on SS3, a really impressive result considering the age of the car. After ending the snowman in a ditch on SS1, Dougal Brown and Lewis Rochford spent the day learning their new Evo. A steady improvement in pace all day saw them grab 11th SRC spot at the end of the event. Plenty to come from the car and the driver in future rounds.
Flat left 1 in and
10th in the Class 10 win was a good way for Wilson and Wallace to bounce back after their snowman disappointment. Fraser delighted at the finish.
Starts loose left 7. 50 down, loose left 7.
So congratulations Fraser, you've won your class today.
Yeah, I had a reasonable run there, like I wouldn't say we did anything stupid like, but no, it's nice to get some points on the board after the non-finish. So, but luckily they didn't finish either up at the Snowman, so that's the kind of start of the year again. So.
Another happy crew, John Rintoul and Ross Hine took their second top 10 in a row in the Accent WRC. Eighth was a new personal best for Freddie Milne and Martin Forrest. If they can improve on their consistency, top 6 results are definitely possible given their pace on the border. 11 seconds clear of Milne at the finish, Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry made it 2 top 10s in a row for the new car, as well as claiming the Class 11 win.
So Mark, you got a top 10 finish today and first in class. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, it's been a good day. To be honest, we were quite lucky to start. I think I said earlier on that I was feeling a bit dodgy all last night, so we're just glad to get to the finish today, really. Yeah.
And overall, how's today been for you?
Pretty difficult. We lost a lot of time in the middle stage in the Tweed Valley there. We hit a rock and buckled the wheel, so we lost probably 10 or 15 seconds there. But other than that, it's been good and learnt the car a little bit more.
Well done.
Thank you.
Only 1 second up on McCulloch at the finish, Barry Groundwater and Neil Shanks grabbed 6th in the SRC points after another of their customary late charges. Actually finishing on equal time with Groundwater, Sean Sinclair and Chris Hamill took 5th in the points thanks to their faster time in SS1. Another late charger, they will be looking for a similar or better result in the next round. The battle for third SRC finisher was now the focal point, 1 second between the Lancers of McDonald and McCombie with just 6 miles remaining. At the end of the stage there could only be one winner.
Bump shot.
No.
2 miles to go.
Looks like first ever podium there,
It does so. Congratulations.
Oh,
well
delighted,
done.
mate.
That's what we're here for. Is
6:39 we did.
There you go.
Delighted.
Well
Delighted. Not delighted for Bruce.
No, it's unfortunate
No,
for
he's a
him.
good friend, but listen, get in there with a second between us.
Exactly. Superb. Well done.
Despite the setback, McCombie had done enough to lead the championship, although he wasn't aware of that at the finish.
So, good result today, but what that means is you're now leading the championship going into the Granite.
That's doesn't sound true to me. Is it? It's good. We just steadied away today. Had a few moments, few punctures. I think everybody's got the same problems, but we'll go to Granite and have another hoolie.
And it's your home rally as well, isn't it?
I will enjoy the Granite, so we'll get a good push on there.
Third was a new personal best result for McDonald and Faulkner, their first ever SRC podium.
Donnie, congratulations today. It's your first SRC podium. How's the day been for you?
As you told you earlier, I think it was a bad day to be honest, but the result doesn't say that, so delighted, absolutely chuffed to bits.
You've gone well today. Have the stages been enjoyable?
Honestly, no. They weren't. I can't believe where we finished. I really thought we were having a terrible day, but I think everybody was. So.
Also stepping up to the podium for the first time in the SRC, it had been an almost perfect run for Andrew Gallagher and Jane Nichol. The new car now a real force to be reckoned with this season.
So, congratulations today, second overall, and this is your first SRC podium.
Yeah, it's definitely our best result today. I think we've had a couple of fifths maybe, but the Snowman could potentially have been a fourth or a fifth, I can't remember, but definitely delighted with today, the third overall anyway.
It was still David Bogie and Kevin Ray's day though, ending the rally with another fastest time to finish with a 52-second buffer to their nearest SRC challengers, and making it 2 Border Counties wins in a row for the team.
David, congratulations on your win today. That's 2 years in a row you've won the Borders. Has today been good for you?
Yeah, it's been good. The stage has been very enjoyable. No real problems until the end of the rally when we damaged the crown wheel and pinion. So going into the last stage, I honestly didn't think we'd get through, but the car held together and really enjoyed it. So yeah, can't complain.
And what about the stages? What were they like today?
Stages were good. The stages, the 3 in the Tweed Valley that hadn't been used since the 90s, were very difficult with the amount of grass, just made it very slippy. But we just approached it with caution where we needed to and kept out of trouble. And as I say, I had a really enjoyable day's rallying.
Congratulations. David Bogie took maximum points here at the Border Counties this weekend. However, there's a new name leading the championship, going into the next round at the Granite City Rally.